These are 7 things that you will be so glad you knew before getting into the actuarial field. I started my actuarial journey over 10 years ago now, and there are definitely things that I wish someone had told me. These are things that might make you change your mind about the actuarial career. They might make you decide to do things differently. They might help you solidify that the actuarial career is perfect for you. By the way, I'm Bria, Associate of the Society of Actuaries and founder of the Actuary Accelerator community, where we train future actuaries how to become top candidates so that they stand out from the competition and get their very first actuarial job. So let's get into this video. 3, 2, 1. Go. Okay, so the very first thing I wish I had known was how long it would take to pass actuarial exams. I spent about 8 years passing exams, well, at least trying to pass exams, and I still never finished them all. While I was going through the exam process, I really didn't prioritize my time. I didn't manage my schedule very well. I had a lot of things going on. I was playing soccer, I had a boyfriend, I was working, I was in school for some of it. There's just all these things that were going on, and my exams constantly got put on the back burner, which caused me to fail many times. I also didn't really connect with another group of people that were taking the same exam as I was, so that didn't help either. Looking back at it now, I know I could have passed those exams quicker if I had had a better study strategy, if I had been managing my time better, but that just didn't happen, and I kind of wish I had known all about that going into the actuarial career before I even started, so that I could get things together and really understand like how long this would take and what the repercussions were of not managing my time well. I think this also led to a lot of stress, which I will talk about in a bit. Okay, so the second thing that I wish I had known was that the work-life balance for an actuary doesn't really start until you are fully qualified. Now, one of the things that really drew me to the actuarial career was the work-life balance. I like the idea of being able to go to work, but then also have free time when you're not at work. And I think that's a reason that a lot of people get into the actuarial field, at least one reason. But the thing that I didn't realize at the beginning, and maybe you don't, is that when you are going through the exam process, you're often working at the same time as you're studying for exams. So that means a lot of your free time after work has to be spent studying for exams. And that feels more like work than life to me. So I really spent a lot of time studying and didn't really feel like I was getting that good work-life balance like I expected. Also, a lot of companies do have this constant pressure to be passing exams fairly quickly. At some of the companies I worked for, they had a certain time period, maybe it was a year, maybe it was a year and a half, where you had to pass an exam. Otherwise, your job could be on the line. And for me and many others, that puts a lot of stress into the exam system, and it can make you kind of deterred from even wanting to try, especially when you're having a really hard time passing them in the first place, even when you are putting in the study hours that you need. Okay, so the third thing that I wish I had known is that there's no right or wrong in the actuarial field. There's a lot of estimation, a lot of guessing, and sometimes this really bugged me. In school and on actuarial exams and on midterms and finals, all that kind of stuff, there's always a right answer. That's how you pass an exam, right? Is you get right answers. But in real life, there's not a right and a wrong. There were times when sometimes management was expecting a certain number, so the actuarial team would have to make those numbers work somehow. It might mean changing original assumptions. It might mean changing the methodology. And since there's really no right or wrong, you can't really say that one answer is right and one answer is wrong. They're just different approaches, and you just have to deal with that. And I just really didn't like that sometimes. I'm not sure if knowing this ahead of time really would have changed my mind. It's something that I didn't even really realize about myself until I started working in the actuarial field. But it's something that's good to know for someone going into it for sure. And by the way, if this video has been helpful for you so far, could you please give it a thumbs up to let me know, and also so that it can spread to more future actuaries or those considering the actuarial field, so that they can get to know some of these things that I wish I had known before getting into the field. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so the fourth thing that I wish I had known was how important Excel and programming skills would be. When I got into the actuarial field, I kind of just thought I would be doing math all day. That's what I learned in school. That's what was on the actuarial exams. So that's just what I thought I would be doing all the time. And it's true, you do a lot of math in the actuarial field. But the thing is, on the exams and in school, we never really did that math in Excel. We never really learned a lot of programming. But those ended up being being really big parts of actuarial work. Now, fortunately, I did have exposure to Excel before I got into my actuarial role, and I knew some programming before I got into my very first actuarial position, my full-time actuarial position, but there's still more that I could have known, and I could have better developed these skills early on so that I could talk about them during interviews and be extremely confident in them when I went into the workplace. This is why we make it really such a big emphasis in the Actuary Accelerator to learn those technical skills early on, because if you learn how to use Excel early on, and if you learn how to program early on, you're going to be able to practice those skills throughout the time when you're learning the rest of the things and getting the rest of the qualifications that you need in order to be a top candidate and eventually get your first job. Okay, so now the fifth thing that I wish I had known was that there might be other careers out there that are better for me than the actuarial career. Now, when I first learned about the actuarial career, I saw it and I absolutely fell in love with it. I thought it was going to be perfect for me, and it was an amazing career. I loved it. But the thing I didn't realize is once I got into it, I really loved the programming aspect of it. So that was my favorite thing to do. So since I really didn't realize how much I loved programming and stuff like that, I maybe could have got into a career that more specifically revolved around programming and things like that, or maybe I could have looked for actuarial positions that really involved a lot of programming more than my position did at the time. But the thing is, I never would have known that if I hadn't gone into the actuarial career. I most likely wouldn't have anyway. But I think the point here that you need to know is that a lot of the time the actuarial career might seem perfect for you, and if it is, you really need to just go for it, because you really never know what your career is going to become in 5, 10, 15 years from now. You might learn things about yourself while going through this journey to becoming an actuary that you can't even imagine now. So the big thing is you just have to start and have faith and trust that you will end up where you need to be. If you want to change careers, you can. It's not a big deal. A lot of the time, as you go through the journey to becoming a top candidate for actuarial positions, and once you spend a few years working in actuarial roles, you have developed such an amazing skill set and some great qualifications and experience that is really going to make you a great candidate for other positions that you might be interested in the future. So I'm really glad that that hesitation never stopped me from pursuing the actuarial career, but now I have learned a lesson, right? Another lesson on my actuarial journey, and I now know that I really love programming, and if I wasn't doing this, maybe that's some sort of career option that I might or could consider in the future. Okay, now the sixth thing that I wish I had known was that salary and loving math is not the only reason that you should get into the actuarial career. Choosing a career based on those two things alone is kind of like buying a house, but only taking into consideration the price and maybe the pool in the backyard, right? That's only two aspects of it. You have to think of the career as a whole, not just take into consideration these very two things. For me, I think I got really drawn to the actuarial career because I saw that it had an amazing salary and that I'd get to do math a lot. And those are really the main considerations for me getting into the career. What I should have done was more thoroughly explored the career and everything about it to make sure that it was really the right career for me. Now, fortunately, this worked out. I ended up loving the actuarial career, but a lot of people do end up getting into the career just because of the salary and just because they're going to be using math all the time. And there's a lot more to take into consideration than that. Okay, and the seventh and final thing that I wish I had known was that this actuarial journey will put your ability to handle stress and manage time to the test. At the time when I was going through my actuarial exams, especially the earlier ones, I did not know how to handle stress. I did not know how to handle my time very well and plan out my time. And that led to a lot of failed exam attempts, but also so much guilt and just second guessing whether I would be able to pursue this career, whether I was smart enough, all that kind of stuff. Fortunately for me, I didn't have any anxiety attacks or anything like that, but I know of people that have because of the stress that this actuarial journey can bring on. So before you start your actuarial journey, take this advice from me and really figure out how you are going to manage your time and manage your stress. It is so important to make sure that you are taking time for self-care and giving yourself just time to relax and do nothing without feeling guilty. That was something for me that happened all the time. When I was not studying, I was feeling guilty about not studying. And that's why now you may have heard on my channel me recommend you make a schedule, plan out exactly what you're going to do each day. And then once you get that done for the day, you don't don't have to feel guilty about not working on your actuarial goals. You can go ahead, do the things that you love to do without that stress, that guilt of feeling like you have to do more. And I think that's something that a lot of future actuaries run into. So if you need to take things at a slower pace, that is totally fine. If you need to remove some toxic people from your life, which I had to do, that is totally fine as well. Whatever it means for you that you have to do to manage your stress and manage your time well, then just do it and know that it's okay. It's not a race to become an actuary. There's not a prize at the end if you get there first. It really doesn't benefit you to pass all the actuarial exams in 7 years versus 5 years. So just take it at the pace that you need to in order to keep this something that is fun, something that you enjoy doing, something that you want to continue, rather than forcing yourself to do it even when you don't want to and feeling guilty about when you're not working on your actuarial goals. Okay, so now if you are watching this video and you have already started on your actuarial journey, or maybe you're already working in the actuarial field, please let me know down below one thing that you wish you had known before you got into this actuarial journey. I'm sure all of the viewers of this video would also like to read through the comments and learn from those as well. And now, after hearing these 7 things, if the actuarial career still interests you and you're still considering pursuing it, which I hope you are, this video wasn't intended to scare you away from the actuarial field. It was just intended to give you a good reality on what it's like being in the actuarial field and some of the things you might have not realized. So if that is you and you're still interested in the career, then make sure you go watch this video next. It's a video you must watch before becoming an actuary, because it might open your eyes up to some of the things that you might not like about the actuarial career. But more often than not, the best actuaries actually love all the things that I mentioned in that video. So go ahead and watch that next. I will leave a link to it down below in the description, or you can click up here to watch it, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye for now.